You'll just walk away feeling smaller, confused, apologetic for something you didn't do. That's not an accident. That's design. Because the most dangerous lies in the world don't sound like lies. They sound like questions. Soft ones. Innocent ones. The kind that slip past your logic and go straight for your emotions. And here's the part that should make you sit up. You've already been hit by these questions. Probably this week. Maybe today. Maybe by someone you still trust. In the next few minutes, I'm going to expose 5 of them. 5 questions manipulators use to control people without ever raising their voice. But don't skip ahead, because each one gets more dangerous than the last. The first one attacks your emotions. The second one attacks your judgment. The third one puts you on trial. The fourth one makes you defend the liar. And the fifth one is the one that keeps people trapped for years because it sounds like peace. I'll show you exactly what's happening underneath each question and the precise Stoic response that flips the power back to you. Stay with me, because by the end of this, these tricks will never work on you again. This is Stoic Reminder. Before the list, one truth you need to hold on to. A manipulator's power isn't intelligence. It's your reaction. Seneca said it 2,000 years ago. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. The liar doesn't need to beat your logic. He just needs to hijack your feelings. Guilt, shame, doubt, fear. And once those emotions take control, you defeat yourself. Every question I'm about to break down follows that exact blueprint. Now let's begin. 1. Why are you being so sensitive? This is where most people lose. Right here, the first move. It doesn't arrive with anger. It arrives with a smile, a small laugh, a tilted head. The tone says, "I'm calm. You're the unstable one." But underneath that softness is a knife. Because what they're really telling you is this: your perception is broken. What you noticed doesn't count. Your reaction is the problem, not what they did. Think about the last time you heard it. You felt something shift in a relationship. You raised it, and instead of an answer, you got amusement. You're overthinking it. You questioned something at work that didn't add up. Relax. It's not that serious. Pay attention to this. They didn't address what you said. They reclassified who you are. You went from someone who noticed something real to someone who is emotionally unstable. And the moment you accept that label, even once, you start policing yourself. You stop trusting your gut. You silence your own radar. That's the real damage. Not what they said. What you stopped saying after they said it. But here's the truth nobody told you. Sensitivity isn't weakness. Sensitivity is detection. The analyst who catches the tiny number that doesn't match before it becomes $1 million fraud. The partner who feels the energy shift weeks before the betrayal surfaces. The friend who notices disrespect hiding behind a joke. That's not paranoia. That's foresight, wearing the wrong label. Marcus Aurelius said, "If someone can prove me wrong and show me my mistake, I will gladly change." People who actually value you don't mock your awareness. They clarify. They explain. They respect your perception even when they disagree. Only people with something to hide fear your ability to notice. So next time, don't defend, don't explain, don't write an emotional speech for someone committed to misunderstanding you. Look at them and say, "I'm not being sensitive. I'm being observant. Does that bother you?" Then watch their face. Because that one sentence does something powerful. It refuses their frame. It tells them you are not ashamed of noticing. And when a manipulator realizes your awareness cannot be mocked into silence, the mask starts to slip. But that first question is only the beginning. Because once they fail to make you doubt your emotions, they move to something deeper. They attack your judgment. 2. You trust me, right? This one is dangerous because it doesn't feel like an attack. It feels like intimacy. It feels like closeness. It feels like love. But it isn't. It's a door closing on your own judgment. Here's a truth no manipulator wants you to know. Trust is never requested. It is demonstrated. People who are actually trustworthy don't need to remind you. Their consistency is so loud, the question never even forms in your head. So when someone leans in with soft eyes and asks, "You trust me, right?" They're not asking for trust. They're asking you to stop thinking. And that's the trap. Because the moment you say, "Yes, of course I trust you," you are no longer looking at the facts. You are protecting the image you have of them. You've seen this. The business partner who avoids showing the numbers but stays charming. "You trust me, right?" The person who hides their phone but whispers, "Don't you trust me?" The friend who keeps crossing boundaries but acts wounded when you question them. "You know me better than that." Same script, different stage. And this is where many good people get destroyed. Not because they were foolish, but because they confused trust with loyalty. They thought asking questions meant betrayal. But real trust has nothing to fear from clarity. Epictetus warned, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." That's the trap. The second they convince you that you already trust them, you stop looking. Curiosity dies. And when curiosity dies, clarity dies right next to it. So don't crumble. Don't rush to reassure. Don't perform loyalty just to make someone else comfortable. Pause. Breathe. Then say, "Trust is built through consistency." Are you asking me to set aside my judgment? A genuine person will respect that. They may not like it, but they will understand it. A liar stumbles. Because liars cannot survive in the light of that one sentence. It forces them to answer the real question. Not "Do you trust me?" but "Why do you need me to stop thinking?" And once you see that, you cannot unsee it. But the next question is even more dangerous. Because now they don't just ask for trust, they put you on trial. 3. Are you accusing me of something? This is the trap. And it's one of the smartest ones in the book. You notice something off. You ask a question, not an accusation. Just a question. And in one breath, the entire room flips. Suddenly, you're the one on trial. Wait, are you accusing me of something? In a single sentence, they move from the witness stand to the judge's chair. And most people panic. They backtrack. No, I didn't mean it like that. They apologize for asking. They soften their voice. They explain their intention. They start comforting the person who should be answering the question. And just like that, the truth seeker becomes the suspect. The liar doesn't even need to prove innocence. He just needs you to feel ashamed for noticing. This is why the question works so well. It doesn't answer you. It frightens you. It makes you afraid of appearing unfair, cruel, suspicious, difficult. And because you don't want to be that kind of person, you retreat. But understand this clearly. A question is not an accusation. A request for clarity is not an attack. And someone who treats every question like a threat may be revealing more than they realize. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best answer to anger is silence. But Stoic silence is not surrender. It is refusal. Refusal to be dragged into emotional chaos. Refusal to defend yourself against a charge you never made. Refusal to play the game by their rules." So when this fires at you, do the one thing they don't expect. Don't flinch. Don't fill the silence. Let 2 seconds pass. Then say 3 words. "Should I be?" That's it. No explanation, no defense, no emotional performance, just calm precision. This changes everything. Because now the pressure moves back where it belongs. The person who asked, "Are you accusing me?" is unintentionally pointing at the exact thing they're trying to hide. Their fear has an address, and you just found it. But now, we enter a more dangerous level, because the next question doesn't sound defensive. It sounds wounded. And that is why it works. 4. Would I ever lie to you? This one is theater. Pure performance. It is designed to make them look noble, hurt, and offended. And it is designed to make you feel cruel for ever doubting them. But step back. Why would anyone need to ask that question unless they sensed you were getting close to the truth? A person of real integrity doesn't perform honesty. They live it so naturally, the question doesn't even occur to you. Seneca said it plainly. If it is not true, do not say it. The honest don't need a script. The manipulator lives by one. He delivers this line with just enough pain in his eyes to shut your mouth. Would I ever lie to you? And suddenly, you're no longer examining facts. You're managing their feelings. You start thinking, maybe I'm being unfair. Maybe I'm hurting them. Maybe I should let this go. And that is exactly what the question was designed to do. It moves your attention away from evidence and toward guilt. It makes you protect their image instead of protecting your peace. And the moment your questions stop, their lies are safe. You become the guard standing watch over their secrets, and you don't even know it. So, don't reassure. Don't say, "Of course not." Don't reward the performance. Let the sentence hang in the air for a full breath. Then say, "That's not the question. The question is, would I know if you did?" Feel that shift? The manipulator who wanted you drowning in guilt is suddenly standing in direct light. Because that response exposes the real issue. Not whether they are capable of lying. Everyone is capable of lying. The real question is whether your reality is being protected or manipulated. Liars survive in fog, and you just became the sun. But even if they fail here, there is one final move. The last card, the most dangerous one, because it doesn't sound like manipulation. It sounds like maturity. 5, can't we just move on? This is the final card. The desperation play. When guilt failed, when deflection failed, when theater failed, this is what's left. And it is deceptive because it sounds like peace. It sounds calm, it sounds mature, it sounds like the bigger thing to do. Who doesn't want to move forward? But listen carefully. What's actually being said is, stop asking. Stop digging. Stop making me face what I did. I need you too tired to keep searching. This is how most lies survive. Not because the liar was smarter, but because the truth seeker ran out of energy. A company caught in scandal says, "Let's focus on the future." A partner caught in betrayal says, "Why do we keep talking about this?" A friend who crossed the line says, "Can't we just forget it?" It sounds evolved. It's not. It is escape dressed as wisdom. And this question is the most dangerous because exhausted people confuse silence with peace. They think moving on means healing. But sometimes moving on without understanding is not healing. It is surrender. Marcus Aurelius never said truth has an expiration date. He said, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. No exceptions for convenience, no shortcut around accountability, no peace built on confusion. So when someone asks you to just move on, hold your ground, calm, steady, unshaken. Then say, I'll move on when I understand what happened, not before. That single line tells the manipulator something terrifying. You cannot be exhausted into silence. You cannot be rushed out of clarity. You cannot be pressured into calling confusion peace. Your peace is built on understanding, not fatigue. And that is the moment the power returns to you. Here's what every manipulator hopes you never figure out. Their power doesn't come from what they say. It comes from what you feel. They make you feel guilty for questioning, ashamed for noticing, cruel for asking, exhausted from seeking. And they don't need force. You'll build the cage yourself. You'll silence your own instincts. You'll apologize for your own awareness. You'll call your clarity overthinking just to keep the relationship calm. But the moment you stop reacting and start observing, the entire system collapses. Epictetus taught, some things are within our control and others are not. That single principle is the door to inner freedom. You can't control what a liar says. You can't control what mask they wear. You can't control whether they twist the room, change the subject, or play wounded. But you can control whether you react or respond, whether you crumble or stand still, whether emotion drives or reason leads. Picture a storm, wind screaming, rain everywhere. The manipulator wants you swept away in it. They want you explaining, defending, apologizing, chasing, proving. But the Stoic stands in the center, unmoved, not because he feels nothing, but because he chose clarity over chaos. That is the power they never see coming. You are not cruel for having standards. You are not paranoid for noticing patterns. You are not weak for asking hard questions. You are not difficult because you refuse to be confused. You are awake. And in a world that profits from your confusion, being awake is the most dangerous thing you can be. So remember the 5 questions. Why are you being so sensitive? You trust me, right? Are you accusing me of something? Would I ever lie to you? Can't we just move on? They sound different. But underneath, they all ask the same thing. Will you abandon your own judgment to protect my comfort? And from now on, your answer must be no. Not loud, not emotional, not angry, just no. Because the liar's greatest weapon will always be doubt. And the Stoic's eternal shield will always be truth. This was Stoic Reminder. If something in this hit you, subscribe, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and drop 3 words in the comments. I choose clarity. Because the moment you choose clarity, manipulation loses its favorite hiding place, your silence.